Yo, what up, guys? It's Chind. UFC 324, Gaethje versus Pimblett's coming up in a week. It's a banger card. First card on Paramount Plus. The prelims are stacked. The main card's pretty damn good. It sucks that the Kayla Harrison fight got called off, but it is what it is. We have a banger. Rose fucking Namajunas. Oh my god, Rose Namajunas on the fucking main card. Anyways, I don't think people give much of a fuck about my picks on the prelims, but if anybody else might be interested, just gonna give them out real quick. Ty Miller decision, Ricky Tercios decision, Hokit KO. Although I think Freeman is low key a live dog here. I think he's being underrated. This is a good fight. This is probably my favorite fight on the prelims. Hernandez KO though. I think Johnson's chinny. Hernandez is on a roll. Energy decision probably. I could see him KOing Perez, but Perez is tough. Krylov KO. I think Bukauskas is being pushed a little bit too quickly off of just a few can wins. Gaethje needs to be pushed. Puliev's a can. Gaethje sub 1 minute KO. And then Umar decision. Those are my picks. I think the prelims alone could be a fight night. Damn good. But that's not why we're here. We're here for the main card. This is a stacked main card, and we started off with Gene Silva, who everybody fucking hates because he sides with fucking Israel. Who gives a shit? Who gives a fuck? He's literally one of the most exciting fighters in the world right now, and people hate him because of his fucking political opinion. That's just ridiculous. I'm sorry, but you need to look at Gene Silva as a fighter, and he is literally one of the most dangerous, most exciting KO punchers in the sport right now. Arnold Allen, he's a cool dude. He's funny online. He's a jack of all trades, master of none type fighter where he's got not the best power, good striking, okay wrestling. Like, he's all right. He's good. I don't think he's at the level that his ranking depicts him to be at, honestly. I think he lost the Evloev fight, and I had money on him. Everybody says that he beat Evloev. It was close for sure. I just don't think he did enough. I think Evloev's one of those Russian guys that just ekes out wins left and right, but everybody just goes against him because they don't like him. Don't get me wrong, fuck Evloev, but Arnold Allen lost that fight fairly. I don't think Arnold Allen has any like massively impressive wins either, but Gene Silva could be that one. I'm picking Gene Silva though. I think he just hits way too hard. Arnold Allen doesn't have the greatest chin. He tends to survive late in fights, but he just there's something about him, man. I just see him getting TKO'd in this fight. Not out cold completely, but I'm thinking like a late round one, early round two TKO for Gene Silva. He does that hands down style, that fucking like come at me style, and then I'll fucking jab you up, hit you with big right hand. Gene Silva's fucking fun to watch. Minus 300's a bit crazy, but I'm pretty confident. Honestly, this is one of my more confident picks on the card. Gene Silva TKO, late round one, round two. If he can't get him out there though, I see this being a fucking heater. I mean, this could be one of the best fights of the year, and we're only on the first card. So yeah, Gene Silva TKO. That's my pick for sure. Um, Derek Lewis. Holy shit, D. Lou versus Waldo Cortez Acosta. What a fucking banger. And I can't believe it's right after the Gene Silva fight, too. No downtime whatsoever. Four fights on the main card, though. That's a little bit interesting. That kind of sucks. I think D. Lou is being criminally underrated. Now, hear me out. I know everybody's saying the same thing. I picked D. Lou to beat Talison Teixeira and Rodrigo Nascimento. I'm pretty sure he was an underdog in the Nascimento fight, and I know that he was a big underdog in the Talison Teixeira fight. Waldo, on the other hand, nobody is talking about the fact that he is on his way to having one of the best chins in heavyweight history. He's standing with dangerous strikers and he's surviving, particularly the Pavlovich fight. He didn't even get rattled and he got hit by a few punches in that fight that probably would have knocked out a lot of people, even though it was boring towards the last two rounds. That's not the point. Waldo has a chin of steel, but D. Lu can knock anybody out. The problem with this fight, in my opinion, though, is people are picking Waldo by KO, Waldo by TKO. The only person who's knocked out Delu recently, and it wasn't even that recent, is Tai Tuivasa. And also, Waldo started out his UFC career primarily just boring decisioning people. He arguably lost to Andrei Arlovsky. That was a boring ass fight too. Like, Waldo is being overrated right now because he knocked out Shamil, who's a can, and who? Ante Delia, right? Ante Delia. Ante Delia. People were shitting on him 2 years ago as a PFL can. He moves over to the UFC, and now everybody was hyped up on him going into that fight. That's ridiculous. I'm sorry. Waldo's good. Waldo's good. He's fringe top five level. The problem is that he's not like he's minus 325. That's a little bit crazy. A lot of people are picking Salsa Boy over here, and I just don't agree with it. Now, that being said, D. Lu, dangerous always. He's 41, just about. That's a problem. That's a problem. People are picking Waldo by domination, by KO. I love Derek Lewis. He's one of my favorite fighters, but I have to say, I'm going to go against what I just said. I just talked myself into it. Waldo is going to go back to his old ways. He's going to pitch a boring decision against Derek Lewis. And now I've heard a lot of people say that Derek Lewis, once he gets into the second or third round, that's when you got to be careful. Of course, you always have to be careful with Derek Lewis, of course. But at the end of the day, Waldo's got one of the best chins in heavyweight history, in my opinion, right now. I mean, he's building up to have it at least, and man, obviously, if he hits him hard with that right hand, he's gonna go out cold. But I just see Waldo weathering the storm and jabbing him on the outside and just clinching up and being a boring retard and just fucking getting that decision and calling out Aspinall. And in that fight, he'd get cooked. But we're not going to talk about that. We're going to talk about Sean O'Malley. Bang! What a fucking co-main. It's a banger. Song Yadong, a lot of people are picking him because they think he can grapple. I'm sorry. I disagree. I think he has takedowns in his arsenal for sure. But a guy like Sean O'Malley, his takedown defense is being overlooked because he fought Marab twice. Dude, Marab would take down some welterweights and middleweights. Like, this is Marab that we're talking about, not Song Yadong. I don't think Song Yadong could dominate O'Malley in the wrestling. I'm sorry. I just don't think it's going to happen. On the other hand, his striking is good. Song's striking is good. His durability is fantastic. He's one of the most durable, least chinniest bantamweights in that division. I mean, that man's got a chin of steel. He ain't getting chinned anytime soon. But he's fighting O'Malley. And it leads me to believe that he's going to get chinned sometime soon. And by sometime soon, I'm thinking round three in that fight. Sean O'Malley, I could see Song trying to grapple with him. Maybe he gets an early takedown. People are like, whoa, the crowd's going a little nuts. They're like, whoa, what's happening? He's taking him down. Song doesn't take people down like that usually. O'Malley gets up. Song clinches him up. Bang. Separate. O'Malley starts finding his flow in that round one. Round two, starts jabbing him up, flicks some right hands at him, maybe catches him once, wobbles him once. Song clinches up again. Round three, he's just found his flow. Piecing him up, cracks him with a right hand. Kind of like the Gene Silva fight, but just a lot later. I could just see O'Malley putting Song out cold. I really can. I know Song's been knocked out earlier in his career in some Chinese promotion that nobody gives a fuck about. He was probably knocked out by a guy that was on steroids or something. And then obviously he got TKO'd technically by Sandhagen, the doctor stoppage. We've never seen him in trouble on the feet to a degree of getting knocked out cold. I think O'Malley's going to take him there and put him out cold. I can see O'Malley cracking him with a shot similar to the Lucas Almeida fight, and he just flips on his back, Song, and he's barely there, and O'Malley just cracks him with a right on the way down, just puts him out cold. Ref steps in. I think O'Malley's going to have a big moment in this fight, and who doesn't want to see him fight Jan as well? That's a banger rematch. They can run that as soon as Jan's available. I don't think O'Malley's going to take a lot of damage in that fight, but we'll see. That's my pick. O'Malley, round three, late round three, maybe with a couple minutes left. KO. KO for sure. And then we got a big all action main event. Paddy Pimblett versus Justin the Highlight Gaethje. Banger. Paddy Pimblett, 23-3, very impressive record against some not so impressive competition, but he's showing impressive skills. And Gaethje, of course, the most exciting fighter, arguably of all time. Second most exciting fighter. Yuri's the most exciting fighter, but we get the point. Gaethje, he's got all of the KO power you could possibly want. He's got all of the experience you could possibly want in a big time banger main event fighter. But he's old. The mileage, the wars are catching up to him. He got taken down by Fiziev multiple times. He almost got put in a triangle if Fiziev even knew what the fuck a submission was. He would have gotten subbed out, Gaethje. I think Gaethje is going to have some moments in this fight, though. I think he's going to keep it standing for a few minutes, maybe a round or two. I think he could piece Patty up a little bit. But Patty's got a hell of a chin, and Patty's got a wide stance, and he'll keep his body away from the danger. He has like a weird, like he leans back. I just, and he's big too, and I just don't think Gaethje can find that chin. I don't think Gaethje can find that chin. I think the Jared Gordon fight, however, if Gaethje has done any tape study, which I know he has, the Jared Gordon fight shows a lot of what you can do to Patty on the feet if you can just clinch up. And that worries me about this fight. For the record, I'm picking Patty. I'll say how in a moment. But Gaethje has one of, if not the greatest, clinch uppercut in the history of the sport. It's fucking beautiful. He cracks everybody with it. He cracked Fiziev with it, and we've never seen Fiziev drop like that. I know he got fluke KO'd in his debut in the UFC, but this is a completely different level that Fiziev's found himself at, and we've never seen him dropped like that since his debut. Gaethje dropped Chandler at MSG. I was there. Banger fight. Dropped Chandler with that beautiful uppercut. And Patty is susceptible to being caught by punches in the clinch. I truly believe that if Gaethje can somehow keep it standing, he'll catch Patty with that clinch uppercut. But I don't think he could put him out cold. I can see maybe in the first round, Gaethje's pumping the jab, clinch up, big uppercut in the clinch, drops Patty. But kind of like Charles when he's in danger, he just flops on his back. He's surely rattled, but he's not out. And Gaethje wouldn't want to jump into his guard. Patty recovers, gets back up, fight resumes. I can see that happening. I just don't see him putting him out cold. And that's the problem in this fight. Patty is young, his chin is fresh. He gets hit somewhat often, but a deceptive amount of defense. He really leans back. He doesn't leave many people to hit him. Chandler was able to catch him, but Chandler's known for his big leaping hooks. I don't think Gaethje's really got the style to catch Patty on the feet and put him out cold. Obviously, Patty has a massive grappling advantage as well. And that brings me to my pick. I just can't get Patty picking up Chandler and slamming him on the ground. I can't get that image out of my head. Patty's one of the most physically strong fighters in this division. And I can just see him striking with Gaethje, maybe dropping him even. Patty has incredible power. The problem is he's kind of like a Michael Morales type in that regard, where he's got great power, but he just fucking slings his arms out with barely any technique, and he'll crack you though. And I can see Gaethje getting complacent. I could see Patty just cracking him on the feet, dropping him, jumping on his back and latching up that choke, kind of like the Charles fight with Gaethje. Man, it's a great fight, and it's going to be great, but I think it's only going to last a couple rounds. And honestly, I really only see this ending with a Patty sub, likely a club and sub. I can see him just dropping him and then subbing him on the ground. Pretty much, I could. This is just a Charles Gaethje 2 situation to me. Um, Patty is Patty's ready for the title. People are gonna complain and say that this is Sarukian's fight that he should have had, but I'm sorry, Sarukian's done way too much to cost himself that title fight. It's totally reasonable to do this. The worst title fight is fucking Lopez and Volk, but I'll make a video about that one shortly. Patty is going to knock down and submit Justin Gaethje, in my opinion. I could see him picking him up, slamming him, and subbing him, similar to how the Chandler fight ended, just without the TKO. Um, I think there's a slight chance that Patty knocks him out cold. As I said, I think he has deceptive power. I think he's very powerful. He just has ugly stand up. Yeah, that's my pick. It's going to be Patty late round one, early round two sub. In my opinion, I see this one being a very quick one. I could be wrong. If it goes to a decision, though, I still do favor Patty. I just there's something about old man Gaethje here that I just don't agree with in this fight. I just don't think he could pull this off. The style is just bad. Patty's style is bad for Gaethje, and Gaethje can't wrestle because no matter what people say, his wrestling's not there, and it doesn't translate very well in MMA clearly because everybody's been gassing it up, and he hasn't really used it very well, hasn't he? Yeah, those are my picks. Patty is going to be fighting Ilya, hopefully on the White House card. Banger. I would love to see that. And yeah, that's UFC 324. If you guys enjoyed, if you guys want me to go more in depth on the prelims next time, please let me know. And yeah, see you guys next time.